And we are live. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the main event, boys. We are live with the Lions taking on Edinburgh. And this could go either way. I think the Lions could either be pretty competitive or this could get a little bit ugly. We have got kickoff as the Lions have gone down field against a pretty stacked Edinburgh. And I think that's Magnus Bradbury with his first carry of the day. Apologies for being a bit late. Just sorting out our review of the Bulls versus Ulster. This is the problem. We commit to ourselves. We always say that we will cover in more depth than any other channel, and as a result, we make our lives a living hell. What are your score predictions here? Who are we backing? Do we think the Lions, my boys, can they do it? Early touch here for it's a very nice take up the air there from Edel van der Merwe, who's wrapped up and under a bit of pressure, but does well to manage to hold on to the ball there. And we'll go through the lineups a little bit now. First carry for Emmanuel Stuku, who's been in some scintillating form recently, so hopefully we see more from him. And Jordan Hendrickson, Edinburgh defence was up quickly, so he decided not to give away the pass. And Lions with a lot of possession here, but under quite a bit of pressure. Morne van den Berg going a bit of a snipe, decides to go to the boot. And I think it took a deflection actually, so I'm trying to see whose balls is going to be. I think it will be an Ulster ball, but we'll take that. Morne van den Berg recently having committed to the Lions for the next 2 years. They're taking it quickly out of Edinburgh. Oh, there's nobody back. If this runs out, no, it'll stay in field. I think Edel van der Merwe getting back, giving it away to Kieran Horn. He'll use that left boot of his to try and get him out of a bit of trouble. And he does find touch, which will allow me a bit of time to catch my breath and get myself organised. Right, first set piece of the day. Oh, it's a bit of a messy line there. PJ Botha. Oh, PJ Botha, the best hooker in the world, has managed to turn that over, and the Lions have got possession. Quick ball now. JP Smith. I mean, if you could just hold on to the ball, JP Smith, that would help. It was a decent run from you anyway, so I suppose we'll let that slide slightly. But we now need to make a couple of tackles here, lads. Darcy Graham, very dangerous player. I don't want to give him too much space. Edel van der Merwe well positioned there. Gives it inside to Kieran Horn. We'll see a bit of a deja vu. That's not a great kick, I don't think, from Kieran Horn. No, it's not too bad. We'll take it, I suppose. Right, let me just sort my life out. Right, no, that's a better set piece there from Edinburgh. King on at fly half today. No, Jakob van der Walt on the bench here. A bit of a return from him to Ellis Park. This is looking a little bit Hamish Watson wrapped up. I'm big call, but Hamish Watson is not even. It's a penalty for going straight over there from the Lions. If you guys can give me 2 seconds, then I'll be completely done and sorted. They really don't enjoy. I mean, what's the point of putting these games like 5 minutes after each other? And they give nobody any time to sort of sit and gather. I mean, people haven't even got time to go get beers. I'm going to be drinking lukewarm beer now because I haven't had time to go to the fridge. So I'll get to your comments in a second. Yeah, Ruben Schoolman is getting up there. If you just let everybody else do the work, who were allowed to play there, it would have been the perfect batch to play there from the Lions. But Ruben Schoolman, unfortunately, can become a bit of a penalty merchant at times. And all of a sudden, we've got Edinburgh who are knocking on the door. It's a good line out there from Phillips. Good take. Sack, I think, was good, so they're going to have to use it here. McAnally holding things at the back. First receiver was James Langer, gave it inside to Ben Muncaster at number 8 today. Oh, Manny Russ has managed to rip that in the tackle. Morley van den Berg will find a decent touch finder there. So, hey, the Lions doing what the Lions do, and that's just hold on, basically. Hold on. And just do that for a while. Hold on for a while and grow into the game. Let's not get blown away. Let's not get ourselves... let's not get overwhelmed in the early stages. Bang, bang, bang. Right, you need to get out of a half here, though. It's a good tackle from Jordan Henderson. It's Edinburgh are getting over the advantage line almost every single carry here. Kinghorn with a bit of poor pass there. Raz Bakwana gets his first touch of the day. Now Morley van den Berg going to Vincent Tuka. On the back of 2 Man of the Match awards, good old Vincent, and playing some pretty scintillating rugby recently. Right, and our review is up, so I can now settle into this game a little bit more. Get the iPad into a bit of a better position. Oh, there we go. Good take out the air from Ruben Schoolman. It's a knock-on. So it will be an Edinburgh scrum. Right, is everything working? Everything seems to be working. Right, let me settle in. Alright, sorted. Right, I'm settled. I'm going to drink a beer. Right. Now let's settle and enjoy life, shall we? Lions by 4. It's me again. Empty stadium. Yeah, look, it's. Well, I can't see. The difficult thing is also I can't really complain because I myself am not there. Although I am only not there because I'm here with you guys. To be fair, I am a former Lions season ticket holder, so I was putting in the hard yards many years ago. But also the Lions. That's just it's the most frustrating union in the world because Johannesburg has got so much talent and so many people and so much rugby heritage, and yet the union just can't get it right at the moment. They got it right for 4 years, and now we're back in the dumps. And it sounds harsh because we're coming back with 2 good results, but just there's such a disconnect between the Lions and their fans. Why aren't we doing 25 rand tickets? I don't think it would actually make much of a difference. And why aren't we being more proactive to get people back into stadiums? Anyway, first scrum of the day. Let's see what JP Smith and Carly Sardi can do. Carly Sardi up against Pierre Schoolman, who is an international prop. So if he does what he's been doing to most props so far this competition and Wrexham, I'm going to continue my advocacy for Carly Sardi to be wearing a Springboks jersey very soon because, I just don't know what more he has to do. He's decimated anybody in his way. Right, scrum time, people. Let's get going. Beer now, Pierre Schoolman versus JP Smith and Carly Sardi. It's an all-international front row for Edinburgh, so should be a good test for the Lions. Pretty solid there. Lions desperate trying to get a bit of a shove, but they go to Kinghorn first receiver, who gives it to Lang on the run. Oh, and that's been knocked forward. And now Similani puts it onto the boot on his left boot there. That could be 50-22. Yeah, it is a 50-22. That is brilliant. I mean, the knock on there, and Similani goes and puts it on the ground and just sort of grabs it ahead, and it's just trickled out inside 22, and all of a sudden it's a 50-22 in the Lions. 50-22. Ah, yeah, come on, McInerney, you can bugger off. It's our line out. The only reason to watch this game is for Stephen's hilarious reactions and prime South African rugby. In fact, not even South African rugby. It's like better than South African rugby. Hi, Stephen. Haven't seen this for a while. Place is different here. Changes. Yeah, well, we've tried to upgrade the studio a little bit to give you guys more information and hopefully make it a bit of a more enjoyable viewing experience. We got some decent comments early on, so let me know what you guys think. And as Sharpshooter said, what a kick. Now, front foot ball here. Tutuka, it's a big tackle on him. On the 22 here, Morley van den Berg gives to Vincent Tutuka. That Tutuka is doing all the hard yards here. He does, however, get inside the 22. But the extra block goes a long way. Morley van den Berg, Jordan Henderson, ball over the top towards Edel van der Merwe on the run. Edel van der Merwe steps inside. Made a couple of meters there. Good work there. Morley van den Berg, what can he conjure up? Goes to the big boys. Carly Sadu, the fridge. Now Morley van den Berg going to Vincent Tutuka. Steps inside. Still going. Makes a few meters. Quick ball from Morley van den Berg. I think that's JP Smith. Yeah, this is good, Jeff, from the lines. Good continuity. Gives it to Tutuka once again. Morley van den Berg inside towards Emmanuel Tutuka. It's the Tutuka show, and why not? And why not? And Jordan Henderson to go himself. This is good continuity here from the Lions. Oh, and it's been flipping lost forward, you bastards. Now this is Trouble City. The numbers aren't great here. They go inside. Great tackle needed there to bring down Mark Bennett. Lions all the way back to the 10 meters. And scrambling. Pierre Schoolman, the first receiver, giving it to Kinghorn, who then sees a bit of space. And that 22 is on, but it's come inside. In fact, it's going to run all the way. And this will be a goal line dropout. Well, end-to-end stuff. But nice continuity there from the Lions. A couple of nice carries. Right, Jordan Henderson goes deep from the restart, down the throat of Immelman, going for the drop goal. He's absolutely smashed that, and it's gone straight. I mean, that was massive. Goodness me. And this is the problem with the goal line dropout, is that it gives you so much time. I mean, he is absolutely I mean, this has got an extra like 20, 30 meters on this. That is huge. I mean, he's just inside the halfway line, and I reckon that's got about 30 meters, that's landed about 30 meters beyond the poles. Goodness me. Anyway, 3-0 to Edinburgh, not the start we would have wanted. Deep restart there from Jordan Hendrickse. Lancaster underneath it. Edel van der Merwe grabs his foot but misses it. He then runs to Vincent Tutuka. Oh, sorry, Manuel, well, H. Tutuka. One of them, because they're both there. And Ben Vellicott just moving things towards the back to try and get his box kick. There's a big chase, but I don't think he's looking to find touch. He does not looking to find touch. It's a tester. Oh, well, Kieran Horn's been taken out. Edel van der Merwe is down in a heap. Time is off. Now, I think that Edel van der Merwe has been pushed here. I think it's a penalty to Edinburgh. I'm trying to work it out. I'm trying to work out what the decision here is. It sounded like he gave the penalty to... If this is a penalty against Edinburgh, I'm going to feel very hard done by, because Edel van der Merwe is going for the ball. They both run into each other. You can argue he's almost pushed, and he's now... I mean, Kieran Horn's lucky not to get away with a decent with an injury there. But if this is a penalty to Edinburgh, for what? It's not obstruction. He's not moving his line. His eyes are on the ball the entire way. He's entitled to go. He's going for the ball. I don't think it's a penalty at all. I think this should be a scrum to the Lions. I think you stop for the injury and then you restart with or even a scrum to Edinburgh if they got possession. But if this is a penalty, it's ludicrous. Yeah, this is bullshit. How you are finding a penalty against the Lions for that, I don't understand. Yeah, that's nonsense. I literally, I'd love you to, I'd love the referee to explain after watching that footage why he's awarded a penalty. He's basically said it's obstruction because I think he's basically implying that Edward van der Merwe changed his line and it was obstruction. But if you watch it, he's going for the ball. He's not watching the player change his line to stop him. They're both going for the ball. I mean, they're basically shoulder to shoulder. For me, that probably should have been stop play for the injury, and then who had the ball? So it bounced on Edinburgh side. So you can then say, right, penalty. I mean, scrum to Edinburgh if you really want. But how that is a penalty is nonsense. Hamish Watson, the second best number 7 out there today, taking into contact. Now they're going wide, kicking behind. That's turn the lines. It's a good kicking behind. And to be honest, if I was Edinburgh and if you've done any research, you would see PJ Butcher in that starting lineup and you'd be kicking in behind the Lions line all day because the Lions lineup is a massive issue when he plays. And I'll be targeting that every single day. But yes, so Almas Rashid was saying it should be a penalty to Lions. Joe, but no wonder that kick. You should see soccer football matches in Mexico City. The ball flies very high. Hopefully altitude will come into play sooner rather than later. Lions game plan, give it to a player named Tutuka. Well, as you say, that Vincent Tutuka takes into contact, bounces off the first 2 players and is brought down by 3. He's just immense, isn't he? A physical freak. Back to Jordan Hendrickson. Bring up that big boot of yours. That's a decent kick there. It's a good chase from Ras McClinus. So the Lions, with a decent exit play, getting up towards the 10 metre. Yeah, I mean, I've got to enjoy this season because I reckon next season I probably have to get my head around watching without Cardi Sardi. Goodness me. Without Cardi Sardi, without probably the two Chatukas, probably without Jordan Hendrickson, probably without Similani, probably without Ellis Park, probably without a Lions team, probably without Rugby. I don't even know what we're going to watch next season. Hey, we almost competed for a line up there. It has landed back to Edinburgh's side. Billicock going to Lang. Flat from Kinghorn to Henry Ullman. And PJ Botha, you did not support your body weight, so let go of that ball. Thank you very much. Now Pierre Schoeman, the South African ball, Scottish prop. Now Magnus Bradbury in the number 6 jersey today, being brought down by his opposite number to number 8 converts, really. McAnally almost getting the outside of Corey Sardi, but he does bring him down. The continuity is good though. Now Blake Kinghorn puts it up in the air. It's going to bounce just outside 22. It's pretty perfect. Test of a Kieran Horn. It does bounce. And Vince Tutuka is there. But I think there was a knock-on from Edinburgh before that, thankfully, because he's under a lot of pressure there. High energy, which is actually what I want to see. If there's anything the Lions would want, they want a fast-paced game and try and bring the altitude into it. Kieran Horn's not being able to get in front of Henry Immelman, who is a much bigger player. So Lions scrum here. First scrum was pretty solid. The Lions trying to get a bit of a shove, which almost backfired. But now with their own put in, we're interested to see what we can do. As I said, it's basically, I mean, there are a lot of internationals in this pack when you're looking at Schoeman, Nell, McAnally, Grant Gilchrist, Bradbury, Hamish Watson. So if the Lions pack can match them, that's a very nice little way to put yourself on the map, really. Yeah, pretty solid so there for the scrum, which even that in itself is pretty impressive. Right, Jordan Hendrickson is going to launch it downfield. I mean, he's almost turned Henry Immelman, so that's gone 20 to 22. Henry Immelman has returned the favour. He's gone pretty straight towards the left-hand side. Down Hendrickson's throw it again. He's going to return the favour. He's going to try and get as close up towards that touchline as he can. He gets a touch finder inside the Edinburgh half. So he's got a nice boot as Jordan Hendrickson, and he knows he's playing at altitude. So why would you leave? You just never leave. I mean, the altitude just plays to your strength. So just sign a 10-year contract to the Lions, sign away your soul, and let us wreck your career for the next 10 years. Hughes saying Scarlett's really struggled high up, but saying that week before wasn't much better at Durban sea level. More hemisphere teams tend to tire the longer they have the ball. Well, Edinburgh certainly seeing a lot of the ball so far. Another line-out win there. Trying to get the rolling more going, but McInerney not managing to really find too much ascendancy. Surely the call must come. Now they are starting to get a bit of momentum. It also sort of all breaking apart. So McInerney does get wrapped up by Vincent Tuka. Ball goes down just inside Lions half. Ben Villicott just organising a few players. Ruben Schoolman almost going for that ball. Now looking for the box kick. So very much a kicking game at the moment. I think they're going to try and target Kewan Horn, who is not the tallest player, but he's pretty competent in the air. This is going to be Russ Patwana, though, who's taken that very... Oh, no, he's knocked it on. I thought he'd taken it out perfectly, but he's knocked it on. And the ball's gone loose. That's forward, referee. That's forward, referee. How was that not forward? He caught the ball in front of the player. That wasn't a pass either. Goodness me. Okay, well, Edinburgh inside the 22. Well, the ball's gone loose there. It's been picked up by Phillips. That's a pretty good contact in the ground there from Piers Schoolman, who I think has won a penalty. Schoolman, you beauty. Yeah, we don't... I mean, not Piers Schoolman. Ruben Schoolman. The real Schoolman. The South African Schoolman. SS Schoolman. Safa Schoolman. Well, we're hanging in there. It's a lot of pressure, but we're hanging in. Long may that continue. To be fair, Stephen, no one wants to stay in Joburg. Grant, I didn't ask you. I didn't ask you. I don't need your opinion on staying in Joburg. This is my hood. The weather currently is pretty crap, but I mean, why would you not want to play all your rugby in the stadium where we won our first World Cup? Doesn't matter that you're not going to get paid as much. Doesn't matter that you're never going to win a trophy. It doesn't matter that you probably won't make the box. Stay here for very limited reasons. Dear. A bit of break and play here. I don't know what to do with myself now that we've automated the clock and stuff like that. I want to be doing stuff. It's weird, but it does make my life a lot easier. So I hope you guys are enjoying the new setup, because it makes my life easier. So if we can keep it, that would be great. Right, and that's a good touch finder from Jordan Hendricks. Gets us up to the halfway line. Now let's move, boys. Let's move. If Edinburgh ain't going into the half ahead of the Lions, we'll run this. Munster even out of steam. Agreed. We need Lions to win 100%. Where the Tuka's going? Well, there's rumours that Vincent's going to the Sharks. They haven't been... I just don't understand why the Sharks would sign Vincent. Why would they sign another loose forward? I don't understand why they would. You got Pepsi Buthelezi, you got Sika Mozenoche, you got John Labuskakti, you've got Dylan Richardson, you've got Sia Khaleesi, you've got Henko Fenter, you've got so many loose forwards. I've probably missed a couple as well. Why would you sign Tuka? Yes, it doesn't matter. He's probably the best number 7 in the country right now. As you win another penalty, good to see. Good to see. But what's the point? If it was the Bulls, I can kind of understand because they're losing Arno Buerta. If it was the Stormers, I can kind of understand because, I mean, they've been playing Ernst van Rijn on the flank for a while now. But to go to the Sharks, I don't understand it. As a Bulls supporter, we need Lions to come to the party. Well, we'll try our best. We'll try our best. I'm not going to wait for a beer to open. I'm not going to wait for a try to open a beer because we could be waiting a while. More to the point, 2 lineouts, 2 wins so far from PJ Buerta. Some people like the stream even if it's only to see Steven's blood pressure going through the roof. I'm actually on tablets for my blood pressure, so no need to worry about that. The fact that I am on tablets maybe sort of shows you that there probably was a legitimate reason to worry. But we're going for the points here, by the way. Hendricks is always going to have the distance. Has missed it. Yeah, it's frustrating. I actually would have gone for the line. I'd like to see us be a bit more positive here, people. Let's just keep having a go. Yeah, I probably need to go to Ayers Park, don't I? I haven't been there for a while. I can't criticize people for not going if I'm not going myself. And I've got no issue going to Ayers Park. Some people sit there saying it's a horrible place to go. Once you've been there once and you know where to go and you know where to park, I've got no issues going there. As I said, we used to go there bi-weekly. Bi-weekly, every 2 weeks. A bit of takers there from Q and Horn, brings the ball down. Got a bit of time now to return. He actually decides to go up. Raz McClana and Jordan Hendricks start chasing. It will be contestable. McClana has come away with it. That's a great take from him. There's no scrum off though, so Wandisi Similani gets involved. Gives it to, I think it's PJ Buerta. Now it's JP Smith. Morley van den Berg now going towards the blind side. Similani almost around the outside of Lang. He needs to find a few meters. Available from Morley van den Berg, who goes to Carly Sardi, the fridge. Not a bar fridge either. We're talking like a double door, like prime freezer type fridge, like the top of the range type shit. Morley van den Berg sniping around there, giving it to Ruben Schoeman, who knows one way, and that's forward. Morley van den Berg now going to PJ Buerta. Oh, PJ Buerta at first receiver. What can't he do? Manny Russ now, not the biggest player, but nimble feet. Oh, he's been smashed by Grant Gilchrist. So no gain line advantage there, but Morley van den Berg is available. Gives it to Ruben Schoeman, who rides the hit of Stuart McInally and makes a few meters. Van den Berg now going to Jordan Henderson. Not too many options, so he'll probably go himself. He's quite a physical little character, despite being just 20 years old, as Jordan Hendricks. Now back to Schoeman. Van den Berg to Kieran Horn. Kieran Horn seeing a bit of space in behind. Goes into the boot. In fact, it's come off an Edinburgh player. I think this could be a Lions line-out, you know. It bounced horribly, and it almost looked like it came off an Edinburgh player. Whose line-out is this, people? Ruben Schoeman's one of those players. If he were to ever sort out his discipline, I don't think he'll ever play Springboks. I don't think he's an international player, but he's like one of those like classic, like will play URC for years, have good seasons, have bad seasons. You'll probably never make the step up, but he's a nice player to have. I still want to know whose line this is, people. Did it come off an Edinburgh player? I thought it did. It looked like it did. What are we doing? Is it allowed on the 5 meter? Are we winning the URC? These are the questions I need answered. Can we stop watching slow-mos of everything and tell me what's going on? Who knows? Who knows? Chance Delinda going to the Sharks. Now that's a good signing because they need an inside centre. I know they've got Ben Tapawai, but that would be a good signing. No fans at Ayers Park. No, we don't want fans there. As Lions, that would be logical. This union doesn't do logic at the moment. In fact, what are we waiting for? I mean, all we're doing. I mean, unless like the field is on fire, or there's a streak and they don't want to show it. What the hell are we? Why are we what is taking so long? Who is down? What's the story? Oh, they're having a foul play. What are they looking at? So I've been watching replays saying why we're looking at replays. Turns out we're looking for foul play, but I didn't see anything there. Oh my goodness. Is it a 5 meter? Damien Delaney's price signed to the Lions. Yeah, look, I mean, because we're losing Burger Oendal. So if the Lions were intelligent and if we had the money, that's exactly the type of player you go and say, right, Damien, we'll make you our highest paid player. Even if it's just one season, spend your season building up to the World Cup in Joburg. So what are we looking at here? So looking at Pierce Schoeman, we're looking at a high tackle there against JP Smith. Send him off. Well, at least we found the bloody incident. Similar now on the outside. I mean, chaps, it's like they don't know what we're looking at. I mean, if it was the... Okay, so it's Carly Sardi here. I don't know what we're looking at. I'm very confused. So it's JP Smith. No, that's... we don't even know what we're looking at here. Now Morne Vandenberg. Yeah, of course you must just play. Now, whose lineout is it, people? Have I been getting excited for no reason? Okay, it's Edinburgh lineout. Okay, well, at least you've answered that question. I thought it came off an Edinburgh player. We'll take it, though. It's a good kick. Completely wrong end of them. You gotta wait for the time to be on. Smash him! Smash him! Are you winning the URC? Maybe, but one day. One day. We're definitely not winning the Curry Cup. In fact, we've actually got more chance. I think statistically, we've got more chance of winning the URC than we are the Curry Cup. Oh, he's fallen badly there. Carly Sardi almost over that. But Edinburgh winning it now. And a bit of pressure is Blair Kinghorn. He needs to find a good touch finder. Unfortunately, he does. Daniel van der Merwe, he takes quickly, goes to Kieran Horn. Kieran going across to us, McQuarrie. There's a couple of players on either side, so he can really choose where he wants to go. Lots of pace here as McQuarrie goes to Edel van der Merwe. To Frankie Horn down the wing. Frankie Horn steps inside. He's a nice player, Frankie Horn. I think he's underrated. Very raw product, but lots of potential there. Right, Morne Vandenberg to Jordan Hendrickson. Lions back just inside their own. Oh, JP Smith with a handoff. That's a very nice carry from JP Smith. The ball's come loose there. Morne Vandenberg sniping, giving it away to Edel van der Merwe. Good continuity here from the Lions. Quick ball now to Vincent Tuka. He just always manages to find yards, doesn't he? Up to the 22 now. Oh, Carly Sardi with the hands. Morne Vandenberg back towards the blind side. Good take from Manuel Tuka. Steps inside. Mate, you can't crawl like four fucking... That was so stupid. You cannot crawl like that. I mean, goodness me. It was a really good break. Just go down and place the ball. Now, somebody was asking if Ulster were trying to slow the game down. I can tell you right now, Edinburgh are definitely trying to slow the game down. You can understand why, because this Lions side do, for once, ever since we started playing Morne Vandenberg, we do play at a high tempo, and that's exactly what we've been needing to do for a while now. But, so they will get tired. Well, they contested the line and the Lions won it. Morne Vandenberg to Vincent. Vincent handing off one. Now stepping around to Blake Kinghorn. Wants to get up and go again, but they said no, just take a knee and we'll play on here. That's a bit of a hospital pass from Jonah Henson. I want to see the similarity. The Lions will do well to hold on to this. They have, but they're well back inside their own half. Morne Vandenberg delaying things slightly, getting people to get it up. Now Ruben Skuman will take things up. Not too much gain advantage, but I think the important thing was just to find a bit of an angle there for Morne Vandenberg. JP Smith waddling over to create a bit of angle. Now Morne Vandenberg does go to the boot. Edel van der Merwe will give chase. And Henry Ullman has taken it on the run. That's a very good take. He's been brought down. But Edinburgh have got possession on the 10-metre line inside Lions territory. It's a big tackle made. I think it was Hamish Watson. No, Hamish Watson is looking over there. Kuman's a good tackle there from Fred. Ooh, penalty for what? Foul play. Huh? What was the penalty for? I want to know. I need answers. No, on tackle, I think it's the call. He goes low. Doesn't manage to wrap his arm. There's a little bit of arm in there. It's not a shoulder charge. His arm is over there. He just drops his shoulder, so you knee to the shoulder, which is the issue. Right, going for the 3-pointer, and they do find it. So half an hour played, basically, and 6 points to 0, which I probably would have taken if you had given it to me at the start. Then half an hour, basically, we'd be 6-0 down. I wouldn't think that's the worst result. But anyway, let's continue to move here, chaps. We look good with ball in hand, so let's try and get some more ball in hand. Deep restart once again. That's contestable, actually. That's just ahead of Edinburgh van der Merwe. Ball inside is the call, so Ben Vellicott can go quick into touch. Now the up and under there, he's not going to find touch. Test of a cue and horn, takes it out nicely and manages to duck underneath the tackle. So very well done by the youngster. They go down the blind side. Warner van den Berg sniping. Oh, he gets the way to Edel van der Merwe. Inside of Jordan Hendrickson. And the next greatest of all time fly off of the box goes over. Jordan Hendrickson, the Lions on the board. We move, boys. We move. Well, Morne van den Berg, the creator. Edel van der Merwe, the assist. Jordan Hendrickson, the scorer. There we go. We're moving you lads. We're moving you lads. Tempo crucial. Lions will snap Edinburgh at 60 minutes. 0-6 for first half is not bad considering Lions run away with games in the second. Lions should run at them, says Henry. What a try. Morne is the best sign the Lions have made. That was out from nowhere. Well, literally, I mean, he saw the space. It's that offload. As he's being tackled, that Edel van der Merwe just has to delay his pass. Times it perfectly. Jordan Hendrickson. Yeah, thank you very much. We move you, lads. Yeah. Oh, shame we've got an ice cream at Park. It must probably cost him about $60. If we beat Edinburgh and get 4 games in a row, woof, I'm getting drunk tonight, yeah, boys. And that's gone too far. No, it's not. It's just bounced straight inside. That's not a particularly good moment from the Lions. They left that go. All of a sudden, Edinburgh have got possession back. I mean, why are we so bad at quick restarts? P.S. Kuhlman running up to speed. So Edinburgh suddenly with possession inside the Lions half. Henry Illman trying to straighten. He's a big man, is Henry Illman. Now Gilchrist, the first receiver. Good take there. Ball over the top. Russ McLean is off his line. He has to come inside as Bafeli. Oh, holding ref, surely. The ball skewed out the top. A little bit of pressure there. Oh, you scrum Edinburgh. Ball touched you. I'm not sure they were about to even have that bloody possession. Come on, ref. Also, how did Jordan Henderson miss that bloody conversion, by the way? That's terrible. Right, scrum down now. I'm not sure I agree with that place. Bloody ref. Like, get out the way, mate. The Lions, your team, Stephen. Yeah, if you haven't noticed now, very much my team. Supported Lions since I knew what supporting was. Edinburgh cannot afford to get another win in South Africa. Oh, I mean, they can definitely afford it. They've got all the money. That's a big scrum. That's what we've been waiting for. Carly Sardi. Oh, we've been lucky not to get away with that one. Carly Sardi is such a good scrummager, and he's just absolutely decimated P.S. Kuhlman, who plays for Scotland. That's simple, chaps. If you want to win the Rugby World Cup 2023, you've got to have Carly Sardi in that squad. Good defense here, lads. Good defense. I'm enjoying what I'm seeing here. Nice. Oh dear, Carly Sardi stayed down. That's the last thing we need. Edinburgh now taking down the right. They've got numbers. Henry Ilbin on the charge. Is brought down just short. And a penalty, one on the ground. I think that's Kieran Horn, Given that, it's Kieran Horn. Kieran Horn take a bow. That is a huge win on the ground. That's what we need to see. That's what I like to see. Who needs Tyron Green? For the record, we do. We need Tyron Green. Carly Sardi seems to be up. The thumbs up. What are you looking at, Chip? Piers Skuman has moved Carly Sardi with a shoulder. So Piers Skuman is coming for a clean out. And he's pegged Carly Sardi on the ground. It's where there's any arms in the challenge here. That's what they're looking at. Because they're saying that if he's tucked his arm in and he's led with a shoulder only, that's foul play. I think that was a cheap shot because you just got decimated. That was you do not get to come and decimate me. I'm a Scottish international, therefore I will wreck you type of thing. And Carly Sardi's off, by the way. He's bloody injured him, so that's huge. You little prat, Piers Skuman. You couldn't do it in South Africa, so you moved to Scotland. You couldn't do it against Carly Sardi, so you had to take a cheap shot and injure him on the ground. Now you're about to get wrecked by a 20-year-old. I'm just saying. You want to come and do that? Fine. But you're about to get wrecked by a 20-year-old. Joe Bosch drop kick that conversion. I really like that. I really like it to show us where in the field map. Yeah, well, that's what I'm hoping to try. That's a bit of a new addition, so hopefully you guys do like it. Imagine Scotland starting row, front row getting demolished by a team without a single international. Exactly. Oh, we've gone short here. PJ Boerter down the blind side. He's got Asanate and Klabakanya. I'll give it to Asanate and Klabakanya. I mean, come on. You're a cult hero, that man. You think Carly Sardi's big. Asanate and Klabakanya has got mass behind him. Yeah, so Piers Skuman, guess what? Your days. Here it is. Bang! Moy van den Berg inside to Jordan Hendricks. So Jordan Hendricks to want to see the Similani. Similani stepping inside, trying to find a bit of space. Bit lateral, spins away from one. Brought down by McAnally. Now they're going down the blind side. Asanate and Klabakanya at first receiver. Good take there from Jordan Hendricks. Managed to get a few yards. Good recycling so far. Ruben Skuman now taking it to contact. Moy van den Berg going a bit of snipe there. Kieran Horn dummying, trying to find a bit of space himself. Good carry from him. Quick defense here from Edinburgh, but the Lions are quite aware to it, which is good to see. Vince took a little bit isolated. Yeah, probably just needs to take it himself. Similarly, they're the only one in helping out. So Vince literally just walked over Moy van den Berg to get into that ruck. Manny Rust inside step. Yeah, unfortunately, Manny Rust is too small. He's just so insignificant when it comes to these sort of games. Now Jordan Hendricks not much on, has sliced that. That kick's gone backwards. So that's not gone well at all. Thankfully, Manuel Tuka is alive to the threat and he's managed to hold up and he's been brought down. So the Lions still have possession. Jordan Hendricks had to get out of jail free. Right, Moy van den Berg, we need to kick this here, lad. We need to get ourselves into the right position here. Yeah, he does go for a bit of distance here. Russ McLana is chasing hard. A couple of pairs. Kinghorn goes down, brings it down. Gets away from the tackle from Klabakanya. Darcy Graham on the angle. Still goes Darcy Graham. Ruben Skuman eventually bringing him down. Edinburgh back inside Lions territory. Now Ben Vedekar has kicked it away. That's a fantastic. That is a brilliant catch from Kieran Horn. Literally on the dive, over his shoulder. Grabs it, calls the mark. That is brilliant from the youngster. It's just crazy to me. So Dave was saying it's crazy to me how many international players there in these northern sides. Scotland has capped over 110 foreign-born players in the professional era, and that's the international side. Grant says, watching the Lions games with Stephen is great. Stephen will lose his shit at some point during the match. It's coming. Gerald Bosch signed my broken blaster leg pass 1974. David says 77 foreign-born players in the Six Nations alone. Lions seems to have awakened since playing against the Euro teams. It was that Leinster game, wasn't it? That Leinster game was sort of a bit of a turning point for the Lions, where we lost, but put in a really good performance. And since then, we've kind of kicked on, which has been nice to see. Manny Russ, good tackle there. Edinburgh probing. Oh, and they've lost the ball forward. So it's a knock-on advantage. Lions have got possession. Similani coming away with it. Gives it away to Mangas Tuka. Throws it wide to JP Smith. JP Smith gets away from Pierre Skuman. Oh, offload off the ground. Ruben Skuman with good hands. Manny Russ now to Moni van den Berg. Moni van den Berg stepping inside. Gives it away to Frankie Horn. Somebody just needs to take this into contact. Frankie Horn managed to find some good meters there. Good work there from the Lions. Inside Edinburgh's heart. Oh, Moni van den Berg straight through. Where's the support? The chip over the top. It's too far. It's too far. It's gone off the. It's hit the bloody crossbar. Moni van den Berg. He had no support. The kick was the only option. And it's literally come off the crossbar and gone out into touch. That would have been massive. So, in fact, I think this goes back to a scrum where he kicked it. But that's a great break. He has so much pace there. Breaks straight through. No support, so it was far too deep anyway. He was never going to get there, unfortunately. But, yeah, if it hadn't hit that, then I think that they probably would have grounded it for a goal on dropout. Such an exciting player, Moni van den Berg. 2-year contract he has signed up until 2024. So at least one player will be here next season. Is this the Lions of France that we're watching? I mean, it is Mornay Dupont, really. It's basically the same thing. Jordan Intermac. Wandasile Fiku. Kieran Horn under the restart there. Picking it deep. Ras Bakwane is chasing hard. Ras Bakwane goes up. Oh, I think it's a knock-on from Ras Bakwane. But good contest as the time sort of runs out. This will be interesting, actually. It's going to be a first scrum since Asanate and Tlabakanya has come on in place of Carly Sardi, who hopefully has just had a bit of a stinger because he is so important to the Lions. He's just desperately putting a hand out there to try and win. He does knock it on. So we will have a scrum as the hooter goes. Right, the hooter has gone, so this will probably be the last play of the day. Of the half, rather. Right, Pierre Skuman, let's see if you can have better joy against the 20-year-old. And they kick it out. So that'll be half time. 5 points to 6. The Lions are very much in it. They should be ahead because they should have gotten that conversion. But a decent half, actually. I think that the Lions are playing very nice rugby at the moment. Whether it'll be enough, I don't know. But a 1 point deficit, we'll take that. Carly Sardi is a massive loss, though, because now it's a big 40 minutes ahead for Asanate and Tlabakanye. He's a big man, so fitness will be the issue for him. But let's see if the Lions can try and run less Edinburgh off their feet in the second half. Matthew Dixon saying my money's on Edinburgh for Subaru picks. JHB says I'm pretty sure if you lower the ticket cost, the merchandise and food will make up for it. 100%. I also think you'll sell more tickets. Edinburgh are going to get punished in the second half, reckons the ultimate sharpshooter. And Henry's saying, hoping one of the ESA teams goes on to win the tournament. The likes of Leinster, Munster and Ulster will be tough. Though, yeah, I don't think any of us are winning the tournament this season. But anyway, take a short break and we will return in a few minutes to go through the second half. Please do smash like on the video, and please do subscribe if you are new. We need to get to 11,000 subscribers because we've been sitting on 10,000 for months and months and months. So we really need to try and push and try and get up to 11,000. So please do subscribe if you are new, and I'll see you guys now. Howdy, 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 howdy. Hello, hello. Half time at Ellis Park. It is currently 5 points to 6 in favour of the visitors, Edinburgh. A good game. A good game, I think. I think it's been one-way traffic possession-wise. I think Edinburgh have had bulk of possession, but I think the Lions have looked pretty exciting with ball in hand. And I think it's pretty well set up for the second half. Grant's Wise, before I went, said, good game this. Ultimate Sharpshooter says, Super Sport pundit saying it is a poor game, just shows you how blind they are. Not every game needs 4 tries a half to be entertaining. I mean, I haven't been watching the halftime show, but to say that this has been a poor game in comparison to Ulster versus Bulls, yeah, I think that's pretty disjointed if you ask me. I think that's very, very harsh. I mean, we've seen a very nice try. We've seen what is almost we've seen a very nice couple of breaks from the Lions. We've seen some good defence. Haven't seen too many errors. I mean, there's been, 3 or 4 scrums. There haven't been that many handling errors. I wouldn't say it's been a messy game. I think it's been quite an exciting game. I think we've seen a lot of ball in hand. The possession's been pretty 50-50. There's been 5 offloads so far. There's been over 123 passes. There's been 9 defenders beaten. There've only been 5 missed tackles. I wouldn't say, and discipline-wise, there's been 7 penalties. So, yeah, I must admit, I'm with you guys. I think to say it's been a poor game is very harsh. Regards to that Spanish, this game's been very entertaining. Is Victor Matfield in the studio? Yeah, look, Victor. I just don't understand. I mean, I thought when we watched Ulster versus Bulls, it was entertaining because what was I going to say? Yeah, I mean, the Bulls versus Ulster game was entertaining in the first half, not because it was good, because it was close. This was close, and I think the rugby's been all right. You know, we've seen a 50-meter drop goal. We've seen a very nice try. We've seen, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what more you'd want. I mean, more tries would be nice, but I mean, also, you know, because the problem is you can never please anybody. Because if you suddenly have like a 17 try fest, and everybody's like, oh, the defense is terrible. So, I don't know, it's close, and I think the rugby hasn't been terrible. I don't know. People are getting far too greedy. I think it's been a nice game so far. Big half up ahead, Jack. Come on, the lads. If we go 4 in a row, it'd be huge. Especially when you look at who we beaten. Yeah, like maybe not Dragons and Ospreys, because it was a weak and Osprey side. This is the Edinburgh side that doesn't get much better. You know, you look at the amount of international players. So the Lions to beat Edinburgh would be absolutely huge. Even just to come close would be huge. It's a union that continues to punch above its weight because we just don't want nice things. And that's the problem. It's always like, well, the Lions are doing well considering. I don't want considering. No considering. I'm sick of considering. Why must I consider? We were the best team in the country for 4 years. Why are we still considering? We had an opportunity to get monopoly over being the best side. We played the best rugby and was winning rugby. Yeah, maybe didn't win a trophy, but 3 finals in a row doesn't just happen. And now we sit, 11 points off adrift of the nearest South African side, where we shouldn't be. We continue to produce incredible talent. But anyway, we're about to see that incredible talent for another 40 minutes. What do you reckon? Can they do it? Can we do it? Can the Lions go all the way? Right, check out Edinburgh. Late onto the field, being clapped on by their bench. Chaps, you're about to experience high fives. Chaps, it's in the second half. Do we really need to be doing tunnels and high fives and congratulations? Like, before the game, I'm all for it. This is the second half, you lads. Get onto the damn field and let's move. Right, boys. Are you ready for this? Yeah, what I don't need to be seeing is Mariano Buffelli with ball in hand in space. I do not need to be seeing that at all. At all. Big half ahead for Arsenal and Klabakanye because he was on a lot earlier than the Lions would have wanted him. So now, look, for somebody that is that size, people are very quick to criticize him because he's so big. But he's not sluggish around the field. He gets around the park. It's whether he can get around the park for 60, 70 minutes if he has to. But we're about to find out, aren't we? I think he gets a lot of hate. I think we're a very sizeless society. And I think that it took us years before we started respecting Franz Malherbe. And I think it's a similar situation with Klabakanya. Anyway, restart, bit of a dodgy restart. Somebody needs to go up and claim that. And unfortunately, no, it is out. Ball knocked backwards. Morley van den Berg taking it quickly and then kicks it downfield. I think it's been fumbled back by Edinburgh, you know. So it's a nice kick there from Morley van den Berg. Immelman will now kick from his own 22, so he can find touch. That's a huge kick, but it is very deep, so he can take it quickly. He goes to Vinci Tuka. He gets a half gap and gets over the advantage line, but the line's still deep inside their own territory. Morley van den Berg shifting it to JP Smith, who shifts his way into the inside and manages to find a few meters. He's quite nimble actually for I mean he does change direction like a boat, but he quite enjoys having ball in hand. Anyway, Morley van den Berg now going down the middle of the park. Want to see that Similani is chasing hard on Blair Kinghorn, who gives it away to. Oh, what's a good tackle there, PJ Butcher. Look at him doing the hard yards as he brings down Mark Bennett. Now Ben Vellicott trying to organise a few players, shifting onto the right. Morley van den Berg up quickly. He runs into Banks Bradbury and then gets a bit of help from Frankie Horn, who then pushes him, shoves him backwards. So that's good defence. Now Vellicott will go to the boot. Can't go to touch because he's outside the 22. So this is lifted very high. Hasn't gone particularly far. Edel van den Berg is creeping in, but that's a fantastic cape. How does Morley van den Berg come away with that? The shortest guy on the field, Edel van den Berg at scrum half. Jordan Henson sees the space in behind, and that's well positioned by Maliana Buffetti. Buffetti's taking it quickly, gives it to Blair Kinghorn, who goes around the outside. They've got a couple of men here. Lang, it's a good pick up from him, and he runs into a bit of traffic. And Vinci Tuka with that's a great counter ruck. And Emmanuel Stuka is the beneficiary. Oh, head down. Where's the support? JP Smith. What a take that is. My goodness, Manny Russ. I mean, how are you? Oh, that's a huge tackle. After starting two dummies, he's got the most predictable dummy. He literally does this, looks there, and then steps inside every time. Some people still fall for it. Anyway, Lions on a bit of front foot ball. Want to see the Similani sitting very deep. Now decides to kick him behind. Great kick. Well played, lads. Well played. He was a little bit nowhere, was when to see the Similani, so it wasn't too many options. The EPN now getting some attention. Bum. That's a decent line out there, but the ball's being worked towards the touchline, so they're going to have to use it here. It's good defence there. Ruben Schoolman's come through the middle. They get your hands on there, lad. Come on, Reinhardt. There we go. Ben Vellicott right up against the touchline. It's a decent touch final from where he was, to be fair, but it will be a Lions line out. It's a good clearance from a tight angle. So it's just outside 22. So it's nice to take an opportunity from the Lions. You got to feel that if Lions score first, I think that puts them in a very good position because we know that altitude could come into it a lot. So get yourself ahead and try to stay ahead. Tuka bounces ahead for Morley van den Berg. Good hands though to Jordan Hendrickson. Bit messy there. Oh my goodness, and he's been held up there, so it's going to be a turnover ball. Now, I mean, I don't think it makes a difference. What I will say, though, is as soon as they call more, when it goes to ground, for me, there still needs to be a second or two for them to try and get that ball out. Far too often, you see refs, when they call a more, like, as it hits the ground, like, literally goes down, okay, cool, turnover ball. Now, you don't have to release, but I want them to. So, you see, the maul is called, and they go down. Now, let them try. I mean, he literally waited a second. As soon as they hit the down, wait a second, okay, turnover ball. At least give them 1 or 2 seconds to try and rip it and move it back. There, I don't think it's coming out. That's not the point. I'm not saying that's a bad call. I'm just saying give them the chance. Anyway, we are seeing a couple of substitutions here from Edinburgh. As number 20 comes on the park, that is Connor Boyle. Hamish Watson is off. That's a big call to make. And Dave Cherry's on as well in place of McAnally. Yeah, as Sharpshooter says, Watson off is an interesting call. Having said that, what I was going to say earlier is that we haven't seen much of Hamish Watson. So we've probably seen more of Bradbury and what's it, Lancaster. Come on, chaps, big scrum, yeah, big scrum, yeah. I want to see Asanati and Klabakanye like just pushing Piers Kuman off and then lying on top of him and saying, cheers. And you're an international prop. And I'm just a fatty. It's a solid scrum. No movement there. Good stuff there from the Lions. Blake Kingle comes inside. And Van den Berg. He's broken, yeah. Ball over the top to Ben Vellicott. Somebody needs to make a tackle. Corin Horn has made the tackle. That ball's out, ref, surely. Oh dear. Blake Kinghorn has scored. That is the shitest defense you will see all season. That is the Lions we saw before the last 3 weeks. One missed tackle. They're in that 22. Blair Kinghorn, who's not the smallest player, has managed to basically waltz over with 2 players, reach over and score a try. That is childishly poor defense. Tough try while you're standing around like that. Literally, everyone, like, no one's getting back, no one's getting into position. We're looking at potential knock-on here. You see, this is what I did wonder about this, I must admit. So Kieran Horn makes the tackle here. Does he lose possession of the ball? Ooh. He's lost it forward. Come on! Come on! Surely. He knocks it on. Come on! We're moving here, boys. We're moving. We're staying in it. Bro, the Lions are going to lose when you... How's this guy? You're not wrong, but how's this guy? Literally, because I think the last watch-along we did was Leinster versus Lions. And then I stopped doing it and we went on a 3-match winning streak. However, that is a knock-on. The try will be disallowed. It is still shambolic defending, but we get away with that. Kieran Horn, the GOAT. Look at Kieran Horn there. It's a big tackle. Brings him down and immediately up on his feet. Gets up there, forces the knock-on. Thank you very much. He also plays it on the ground, by the way. So it's almost a penalty because he loses the ball forward and then he pushes it back. Not dabble it out there. But anyway, great tackle by Kieran Horn. Good stuff. Those moments are important. Just got to stay in this game until 60, 65 minutes and then see if you've got the fitness. Solid scrum. Now Kieran Horn, who's the reason that we managed to have that, will launch that downfield. It's an easy kick from him as well. Engelman underneath it. Going to kick and chase himself. Morne van den Berg is there, but he leaves it to Kieran Horn. He got touched in the air, but Kieran Horn's going away with it. Morne van den Berg is there. Get the offload away. Oh, go! Oh, ref, you got taken out! Surely! That was penalty advantage. Edel van der Merwe, Jordan Hendrickson, dabs it ahead. It won't be a try, but we're going to go back. I think it should be a yellow card. Surely. Come on. We're going to go back for the penalty. I think this could be a yellow card, you know. Clearly takes Frankie Horn out. Yeah, the yellow card's coming out. Well, Dad says, is Gelant still your favourite? I wonder. Look, Gelant is a class player, but Gelant grows up and wants to be Kieran Horn, and that's the things we have to start talking about those situations. That is Kieran Horn, is Warwick Gelant the next Kieran Horn? You know, that's the question we need to ask. I mean, look at this. There's such good offloading, and then Magnus Bradbury clearly just takes him out. I mean, he trips him first and then jumps on him. So it's not a penalty try because it's so far away. But it is a yellow. So this is the turning point. Okay, going to keep a touch here. Magnus Bradbury in the bin. That's a big player to lose as well. Yeah, damn right. Bloody Edinburgh Waterboys trying to get on here. Slow things down. No. With the man in the bin, we want speed play up here. Not the best kick from Jordan Hendricks. So it is outside the 22. Come on, lads. Since everyone is poaching the Lions, Storm has poached Q. No. Wait on. No. Oh, I mean, it's so cynical, isn't it? Oh, and fucking TJ bloody Butcher. Oh, they butchered the flipping turn around, but goodness me, we're so shit at lineouts. You know, let's look forward. We've been so good at lineouts the entire time. Man down, go to the corner, and PJ Butcher throws right over the top. I mean, for goodness sake, mate. Oh, Blake Kinghorn is running away, putting himself under a bit of pressure. He does find touch, not the best touch find. That's not the worst touch find either, to be fair to him. Come on, lads. We've got to make this count. Yeah, Jacques Free, tell them what's going on. Yeah, but Oaks, you know what, Jacques Free? I don't actually have any sympathy because you guys continue to pick a very dodgy hooker when it comes to lineouts. Julian Redding is having a laugh. That's a man I would love to get on the podcast. When we get the podcast going properly again, Julian Redding is coming onto the podcast. He looks like a laugh a minute. Well, we've got go Frankie! Go PJ Butcher! It's Vincent Tatuka! Come on! PJ Butcher to the box. Malcolm Marks dropped right now. Come on. Hey, that's what we like to see. Vincent Tatuka, my boy. I don't even know how this happens. They're going for the rolling maul. All of a sudden, Frankie Horn bursts on the side. To PJ Butcher. Hands off one. Inside ball to Vincent Tatuka. Straight over. Come on. I mean, this is why I don't see why Vincent leaves. Because unless Sharks are going to sign his... I mean, what can be better than drawing with your brother? Like there, you've just scored a try against Edinburgh, and as you go down, your younger brother's there to celebrate with you. What could be better? Now he gets it. Now he gets it. I mean, it's far harder than the other attempt. But Jordan Henderson has slotted that. 12 points to 6. Come on, the lads. Come on, the lads. Imagine we win this. Come on, another try while Bradbury's off. Please. Come, ref, you've got to speed this up. They are slowing the game down so much. It's almost been an hour and a half since an hour and 20 minutes since kickoff. So it's been, what, 80 minutes since kickoff? Actually, no, having said that, they have slowed it down, but we actually haven't been too bad. Big chase there from Edinburgh from the kickoff. So the Lions will do well to keep this. They have done well to keep that. Finch took the man underneath it, so I'll take from him. Warren van den Berg going back towards Jordan Hendrickson. Jordan Hendrickson used that boot and get us out of there. Not his best clear. Actually, that's not a bad clearance kick. We'll take that. We'll take that, Jordan. Another Edinburgh player down. I mean, really. Who else would the Lions pick at hooker? Maybe, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, you could pick anyone. I'd pick Hincliffe and Vake at hooker before I pick PJ. You just can't throw into the line now. That's the frustrating. He's all right around the park. He looks for me more like a flank, but it is a problem. We've got a hooker crisis. If it's not Jakob Asaki, because Morne Brandon's not the best line hooker either. It is a problem. After Sharpshooter says you don't even need a backline when you have Lions forwards like that. Well, so I hope the Minister of Home Affairs is watching to hand Vince Tuka's SC passport and Man of the Match award. I mean, literally. I don't know why they don't just show the time on the yellow card. I mean, it's 2022. You surely can have a bit of a clock there. And frustratingly, our automated system doesn't show yellow cards, so we must actually look at that. We will look at that for the future. Gives me something to do, I suppose. At the moment, all I'm doing is chatting shit. Anyway. So we will restart with the Edinburgh lineout. They are slowing down a lot of play because that's what you do when you're at altitude. This is a very messy maul. I don't know what's going on here. They've broken it apart like 14 times and come up again. And it's gone down. Asinatin Klavakanya. Offside. He's on the side, unfortunately. He was all over that like a pie. Well, now the comment is busy debating the laws. And I'm not sure I'd back Vani Bobo and Owen Kamani to... I don't know if they got their referee qualifications just yet. Well, whilst they debate the rules of the game, Edinburgh once again slowing things down. This can't happen. It really can't happen. I mean, it's their attacking line and they're taking 14 years. See, look at that. 9 penalties conceded in the game. For me, that's a good game of rugby. That's what you want to see, if you ask me. Work hard, you lads. This is very lateral, ref. I don't think they've got a meter forward yet. They're just going sideways. Surely use it. And it's gone down as well. Well defended, you lads. Bennett now. Big tackle. Money Russ putting his body on the line there. Oh, the tackle's been ripped. The ball comes. Inverted Carter gives it away to. Oh, that's a big tackle. Goodness me. He's just introduced himself to Vincent Tuka's shoulder, and I don't think he'll. Oh, that's a harsh penalty, ref. Not rolling away as the call. They go into the short side now. Oh, that's a horrendous part. We'll go back for penalty right in front of the poles. Interesting to see it. Okay, it's for a foul. I thought he was about to give a yellow card out here. I'd be very upset if you saw a yellow card for that. That would be the softest yellow card. Money Russ is unfortunately just too small, isn't he? As an inside centre. And he's smaller than Morne van den Berg. I mean, he weighs what, 60 kgs? He tries really hard. I've got nothing against the guy. He's just so small. And again, I'm not being that person that's saying he's not big enough. But as an inside centre, he's not going to get you over the advantage line, is he? Now, one imagines they're going to go for the 3 points here. They've got a man down. It's still 23 minutes to go. Still plenty of rugby to play. Why wouldn't you take the 3 points here? But I mean, ref, they have to make a decision here. This is ridiculous. They're taking 2 minutes off the Rally Cinnamon clock just to make a decision. Well, they're going to go for the line. So, come on the lines. Come on the lads. Come on the lads. If you can just prevent them from scoring here, momentum-wise, we'll be looking a bit better. So it's against JB Smith. Okay, it's fair. If it's against JB Smith, I thought it was against Klabakanye. Right, looks like a better set more, but it is going backwards at this stage. And again, very lateral, and it's gone down once again. They're peeling off to the side. PJ Boerter's all over that, though. He doesn't have to release either. Turnover ball, surely. Come on. Come on! PJ Boerter, I told you. He's taking Malcolm Marx's place in the box squad. I mean, when do we have the conversation that PJ Boerter might be lifting the Web Edits next year? But again, it comes back to it. I've got no issue with him around the park. I just don't think he can throw the ball into the line out. But if you're going to do that all the time, then by all means, crack on. Looks how he looks at the ref and he's like, yeah, I've got this. He's like, right, this is my ball. Yeah, see, the one thing you'll get at Ellis Park is a willing front row ready in the stands to come on and do the business. Right, the Manchester United lineup is out. How are we looking? Reset scrum, yeah. So Bradbury's still in the bin, although I can't imagine that they'll be in there for much longer. 20 minutes, yeah, you see, as I said, he's busy up and he's ready. Come on, 20 minutes, lad. We need one more try. One more try, and I'll feel a bit more comfortable about life. What I'd really like to see is, not that it's PS Kuma, but I'd like to see Asanat and Klabakanya just scrum somebody into submission here. It's a pretty solid scrum. Edinburgh had a big shove there, but they weren't going anywhere. Frankie Horn giving a bit of protection to Morne van den Berg. Gives it to Jordan Hendrickse, who boots it very far downfield. Doesn't go up, though, so it needs a big chase here. Henry Ullman's going to go himself. Runs to Ellen van der Merwe. Not a great offload as well, so if we can get up there, we can keep... Darcy Graham's doing Darcy Graham things! Good offloading here from Edinburgh before Dave Cherry runs to Chituka. Managed to hold him up and allows a bit of time for the Lions defence to set. Boyle, but lateral there. PJ Botha makes a good hit. Now King goes right over the top and he throws that straight up. That is the pass of the century. I mean, he was trying to go for the wide option and he's just launched a shot over the top. PJ Botha is having a great game. He is actually, man, every scrub Edinburgh has a problem. Stephen, don't forget, Malcolm Marks is pretty shocking his lineup throwing in his early days. Well, I'm very happy for PJ Botha to follow the Malcolm Marks career path. Very, very happy. Look, I'm not, to be fair, the Lions rate him, eh? The Lions do rate him. But, and I give credit where it's due. It is a lot better than it was at the beginning of the season. But, like, literally last season, he would come on and lose about 4 lineouts in a row. Like, it was unreal. So I'm happy for him to improve. I want a world-class hooker. Wasn't Marks a flanker in his early days? Yeah, he did play in the flank. And you can see why. He's so good in the loose. There were a few better sides than when the Lions were playing their best rugby and seeing Malcolm Marks down on that wing when they put him over the space. And you had to sit there and pity the poor opposite winger who sat there looking up and watching Malcolm Marks just like charging down the wing. I think I'll just let him go. I'm not trying to tackle him. Yeah, we'll do man of the match poll in about 10 minutes. But Tsuki could be up there again, you know. Surely you got to find somebody else though. Surely you can't just keep giving it to him every single match. He's going to run out of space to put them. Right, PJ Botha emerging from the maul, doing what he does best. Morning van den Berg to Jordan Hendrickson. Do you want to see some line? Steps inside one, steps inside another. Yo, you've actually wrapped up. It's not the greatest pass from Jordan Hendrickson, and there is. Penalty, and now that actually kind of frustrates me because he ripped the ball and wanted it, and there was not going to be given a penalty, and that actually often happens when you go to the ball, and that's something I noticed a lot of the European refs want, especially like in Six Nations, for example, and that's something I'd like to see more of actually. Is if you go to contest for the ball and you win it, play. I don't like the fact that it's become too easy. When you go to ground, you go over, you put your hands over, then you just wait for a penalty. So he goes down here, and they win the ball. But because he falls on the wrong side after winning the ball, and Morning van den Berg gets his hands on it, then they've given the penalty for holding on. Now, I don't think Simelane actually was really holding on. They won the ball so quickly, he couldn't have really been holding on. So your reward is that you've ripped the ball in the tackle. However, you've fallen on the wrong side, and that's just life. If you fall on the right side, would the ref be giving a penalty? It would be he saying, clean steal, play on. I don't know if I'm making any sense, or if it's a valid concern. I just think that's an interesting point. I think it's becoming far too easy to get breakdown penalties half the time people aren't even contesting, for example. They go over, they put their hands on the ball, and they say, right, referee's not releasing. Like, for me, I want to see you trying to go for the ball. Show me that he's not releasing. And if he's not releasing, then great. Now, speaking of players that are fun to watch, Ruan Fenter's just walked on. And this kid, for a 19-year-old, is like, yo. Our Storm's playing after this yet. They are, however, we won't be live for it. I'm off to a braai. I'm trying to have a bit of a social life. That was my issue last time. Was very dedicated to the channel, but I also needed time to relax. Q and Horn is going to kick and chase here. 3 points. Oh, that ball has bounced. Blake King under a little bit of pressure here. He doesn't find touch. Goes straight down the throat of Kieran Horn, who goes inside to Edward van der Merwe. Edward van der Merwe looking for a bit of a 50-22 there. He's overcooked it. That's just gone too far. That's literally a couple of meters. Stephen get the couple of lines now, man. These breaks are crazy. The referee needs to have a word with Edinburgh on these slow downs. Agreed. Stephen, title of your video is a bit harsh on Ulster. They only conceded a lot of points in the last 10 minutes, so otherwise they were in the game. Just saying, yeah, but I think that's kind of the point, isn't it? I mean, I said that they were toothless. I still think they were toothless. They had a lot of possession, but what did they actually do with it? So, yeah, maybe it is a bit harsh, but did the Bulls score 4 tries against them? Yes. Did it Ulster really look like scoring tries? And for me, no, not really. But anyway, we got a line on halfway line, 15 minutes. Can these lads hold out? I mean, what a weekend it would be if they can. I mean, really. Oh, loose ball. Want to see a similar line. He's bounced upon it. And once again, he's put that, it's almost like a bit of a signature move. He's putting that nice little grabber in behind. Darcy Graham has slipped under a lot of pressure. There's a lot of Lions players there. Has he stepped out? Oh, he's just stepped in. Oh, if he had stepped out there, it would have been brilliant. Well, credit to him. He's done fantastically well to get out of that situation as Darcy Graham. However, JP Smith is all, oh, sure. Yeah, penalty right in front. Come on, the lads. We'll take the 3 points there as well. Well, JP Smith, I must admit, I'll be the first to say, when we announced the signing, for me, I kind of sat there going, this is everything that's wrong with Manchester United. And to be fair, we're speaking under ignorance, because I hadn't watched him play a hell of a lot of rugby. But it was, for me, as signing a player who went from the Greek Roots to the Major League Rugby. And you sit there going, the Sharks just signed Ebenezer. However, he has actually been very good. And today, he's carried very well. All of a sudden, he's winning a breakdown penalty right in front of the poles. Steve Satole comes on now, who I think is very underrated. So JP Smith, take a bow. Very impressive, mate. Very, very impressive. Flags are up. Hendricks has gotten it. Right. 15 points to 9. Come on, the Lurs. 13 minutes away from making my weekend. I mean, yeah. Edinburgh really came prepared, slowing down the South Africans at Highveld. I think once the European sides get used to going to SA, I think there'll be a lot of interesting matches. I 100% agree. Andrew Warner and Mario Slow, 2 players absolutely stealing a living as professional rugby players. Yeah, I agree. I think for me, very much Currie Cup level, not built for the stage. And I just think Andre Warner look in this situation. What a take from Vincent Tuka. I just think that Andre Warner really slows the game down. Which now perfect situation, exactly what we need. 30 minutes of you taking your time, playing a good territory game, fantastic. But the Lions are known for their high tempo, and he just doesn't bring it. There's not a mistake that we've started playing well since Morne van den Berg started playing. I don't think there's any mistake in that. Right. Hendricks under the high ball there, going inside. He'll bring his own boot out, going towards the middle, straight down the throat of, I think it's Henry Immelman. Him and Blake Kinghorn it's Blake Kinghorn. Both big and both dark haired. Brought down inside their own half. Now it's territorial. Now it's all about where we play the game. And this is fine. In their own half, that's where we want to play the game. Couple of Edinburgh Force getting themselves available there. Charlie Shield slowing things down. I haven't seen Jakob van der Walt yet, which is a pity because I'd like to see more of him against the Lions, his former side. Right, Shield going to the boot. Kieran Horn underneath it. Well, it goes backwards and Similani picks it up. Ooh, that was bought from Edinburgh. I'm not convinced that's a knock, and we'll look at this again. I see quite a number of staff still giving out about not playing Super Rugby anymore and want to go back. You might not be aware. Yeah, I think everyone who wants to go back to Super Rugby, I think are just enemies of progress. I have seen very few people on this channel talk about the fact that they miss Super Rugby. In fact, we'll talk about it earlier that we're enjoying we're enjoying URC. Okay, maybe it does go a bit forward. Yeah, I don't miss Super Rugby at all. I really don't. I was so over Super Rugby that I think this has been a nice change. Because if you think I'm waking up at 6 in the morning to watch Bulls versus Waratahs, I'm not. I'm very much not. You know, I would wake up for the Lions games, but it's also cuck. You're waking up in bed watching a game, and then you're like, okay, cool, it's 7:30. What am I doing with my life now on a Saturday morning? Whereas now, 1:30, I can open a beer, I can get the bride going, and I've got a day of rugby ahead of me. It's just so much nicer to watch. Jordan Henderson making contact on the ground there. Edinburgh looking a little bit... as I said, the Charlie Shield almost made a half break there. Defend, lads, defend. Ball is out. Frankie Horn has managed to turn that over. No, you can't. Yes, that. There we go. Good turnover from the ball. Just kick it. Kick it, one to see it. That's it. And he loves that little grabber. Loves that little grabber. Good to know because other forums and videos of highlights that is more the case. Yeah, I think you know what it is. I think the people that want to go back to Super Rugby are the people that actually don't watch the URC. I think a lot of South African fans are casual fans who grew up watching Super Rugby, and I don't know if it's nostalgia, but I mean, like, yeah, the locals here. I don't think Grant and Ultimate Sharpshooter and these guys. I don't think any of them are saying we should go back to Super Rugby. In fact, I think Super Rugby has become quite irrelevant without the SA sides. Because of the time zone as well, because now you don't have a South African audience that's really invested, so you've now got a very small audience. No, I don't want that tackle. Ellis Park, however, iconic, needs some upgrades ASAP. No, it doesn't need upgrades, we just need to be able to pick Ellis Park up and put it in like mid-round. The biggest problem with Ellis Park is where it is. The stadium itself, yeah, look, I mean, it probably does need a bit of upgrades. Not so much from the seating, maybe just a couple of facilities and maybe a bit of modernizing. But the stadium itself is a nice stadium to sit and watch rugby in. It's just in the wrong place. If we could pick it up and just place it in a nicer area, we'd be winning. So I don't know if we're looking at this for a head clash, but I really don't like this. So this is what Grant Williams was red carded for and banned. Yes, thank you. Thank you. I've been waiting for that for ages. A rugby incident. Like, it'll happen. It'll happen. He didn't go in high. They clashed heads. It is happening. It'll happen. And, I mean, Grant Williams must be, like, sitting there going, cheers, Oaks, because he got red carded and banned for a similar thing. Now, his was a bit more hectic, but... yeah, I love the term rugby incident. There will be unfortunate clashes of heads and stuff like that. The concept of an accident is no longer like incorporated. Come on, lads, 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Now, again, because a lot of Lions fans don't like him, but I've yet to see in Tlabakanya lag behind the game. I know it hasn't been the fastest game because they have tried to slow it down, but still. Oh, that's a really good take from Malia Bafedi. It's fallen loosely, and Kieran Horn is going to rescue that and go out. But thankfully, I think there was a knock-on from Bafedi before. Eesh. It'll be interesting to see you doing community on Sail Sharks versus Sharks. Oh no, no, I don't. I dread of the day that happens. Kenny Kuhn says, I for one delighted you're in it. I always remind those that were against the idea that not playing the best SA has to offer is lunacy. Agreed. URC going from strength to strength. Come on, Lions. Do it for the sake of the rest of the SA teams. Do it for us. Yeah, I think we're about to. And again, the arrogance of Sansa, the arrogance of New Zealand and Australia to think that they don't need South Africa. I think we get. I mean, I think that the only way that you were ever going to be able to take on the Premiership and top 4 team was bringing South African sides into Europe with Italy and Scotland and Wales and stuff like that. Premiership top 14, 100% still bigger competitions. This is their biggest gamble to try and rival that. You know, like if Welsh teams, Scottish teams, if they wanted to, they could try and join the Premiership. I don't get the feeling that England will do that. So this is the next best option. And I think this is going to do massive things for Italian rugby. Look at that scrum, by the way. Look at... Oh, give us a penalty. 8 minutes to go. Give us a penalty. We are 1 3-pointer away from a pretty wild victory. Solid scrum. Warner goes to Manny Russ. Manny Russ steps inside, makes some good progress. Sangweni supporting him there. Now Warner will go back to Jordan Hendricks. So he's going to play a territory game. Launches it downfield. Now we need to chase you, lads. We need to keep them downfield. It's not enough just to kick it downfield. We've got to keep them there. Now the return kick. Boffelli, it will be contestable. Warner was never in a position to take that. You bloody pillock. Now they're going, oh, there's so many men out there. Somebody make a tackle. Cheap as me, chaps. Gilchrist now. I mean, really, Andre Warner was in such a bad position to try and take that. Edinburgh looking a little bit hectic here. They've got the numbers. Jakob van der Walt. I swear, if Jakob van der Walt is the reason that we lose this game, I will cry. I was very upset when he left in the first place. Well, thankfully they didn't give the offload because they had men out wide. Oh, that's a horrible pass. Picked up by Cherry. See what's tackling him. Somebody is tackling him. Yeah, we're getting very close to these lads here, lads. Woo! I'm like sweating like a bloody builder on a sunny day here. The Lions need to keep pressure on and try not to concede unnecessary penalties. Agreed. We just can't concede a convertible try. That's all we would. 6 minutes there, lads. Oh yeah, goodness me. I'm sweating bullets here. Bum, 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 ba-da-ba-dee-ba-doo. I hear Tumway may be off to France. Apparently, I think he's actually been confirmed, hasn't he? So yeah, I think he's confirmed he's going to France. Reports David Dalen may be on his way. Guess no. Listen, if Dalen goes to the Sharks, I give up. But Yeah, just Chef saying Tom was definitely going to France, been confirmed. Sean was saying the Welsh have always been given out. They have not been getting the money in from Western Rugby Union. The style of play of the clubs have not attracted much fans. Johan van der Merwe says, anyone else feeling Edinburgh lucky when Mafili kicks from behind? All of them keep moving forward, not making any attempt to stop and move backwards. Pick up from the back. Come, lads. We need big defence here. Big defence here. Oh, come on. Ruben Fenter hadn't lost his footing there. I think he had a very legitimate go for the ball here. This is looking promising for Edinburgh, though. Big defence here needed here, lads. Why is Jordan Mendes the one making 3 tackles in a row here, lads? It's a fly half. They're going down They're going down. Bennett has gone straight. He's been held up. Come on! Woo! The way he went through there, I thought he was going all the way. I was not a happy man there. I was very stressed there. That is huge. Now it's fine. Now you kick this as deep as you can. If I'm Jordan Hendricks, I'm positing this in the next postcode. Oh, a lot of people in there. And then Asalati and Klabakanya decides, let me just jump in front of the camera as well. Bring out the wide angle lens. You'll need it to see past me here, lads. Lions lucky there's a goal line drop out, not a scrum. You know what? But I think it's such a big tactical thing now. Like in that situation, all of a sudden you're thinking, if I can't get a clean thing, maybe I need to be going down and recycle. It's such an interesting change of habit there. I'm 50-50 on it. I don't know whether I like it or not. I love the 50-22. I must admit, I hated the concept of 50-22. I was not for it. I say it's a terrible idea, but I love it. I absolutely love it. I think it's changed the game. Now Hendricks is going to put this deep and towards the touchline as well. No. Jakob van der Walt, what's he going to do? He runs into lots of Lions defenders, and there's a man over it. But it's available for Edinburgh. 4 minutes here, lads. 4 minutes. Come on. Ruan Fenter. Big hit there. Come on, chaps. Big defence here, lads. Kinghorn. They're shifting it out wide. Oh, it's a bit of a fumble. Henkoff and Vaker's on, by the way. SA Under 20 Player of the Year. Very exciting player to watch out for. Hopefully the answer to the Lions' inside centre problems, although he is an outside centre by trade. But Edinburgh up to halfway line. Ruan Fenter. They're going pretty backwards over the Edinburgh. Can they, Jakob van der Walt, try and put them on the... Oh, he's through again. He's got no support there, thankfully. But they're up to 22 here, Edinburgh. This is good from Edinburgh, unfortunately. Oh, if he loses the game at the end, I'm going to lose it. Jacob van Beek, good tackle from him. Sangweni trying to... 3 minutes here, lads. 3 minutes here, lads. Come on. 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Clean-out's been good, Jeff, from Edinburgh. Lions can barely... Now, Santuka's over there. Now he's got a good position. Now, surely. How many more times does he have to do it? How does he do it? He's going to get it again, you know. He's going to get it again. Vincent Tutuka is going to get the man of the match again. He lands right in front and says, bang. I mean, look, Oaks, this is going to sound very hectic. But Peter Steph-Toy is a former World Player of the Year. If there is anyone, I know people are talking about Marcel Coetzee, but if there's anyone for me in the country right now that could displace Peter Steph-Toy from the team, it has to be this man. He is unreal. Line-out option, ball carrier, always tops tackle charts. Look at that turnover there in that moment. He's unreal at the moment. He's just, I know that he can't displace because he doesn't have a bloody passport. But, goodness me. Tuka is really the next PSF to toy. Is that good? Literally, I don't even think you. I don't even think that's. Hendricks hasn't found touch. You blithering idiot. Why are we going for such a head-to-touch find? Oh, he did find touch. Thank goodness. Woohoo! Yeah, but he is because he's got everything in his arsenal. I don't think there's another flank in the country who's playing as well as he is. Lots of calls about Marcel Coetzee call up. Lots of calls for Evan Roos to be called up. Lots of calls for Alric Lowe. Very valid calls as well. But this man is like single-handedly winning Lions games at the moment. That's huge, by the way. The fact that was out. Because it's a big kick. I don't know why he was trying so hard. I mean, you could have very happily just kicked it to like the halfway line. And it was a low kick as well. I don't know what to call it. I don't know if it's forward or if it's out, what they're looking. Yeah, it's a scrum. So it was a forward. So it's a line scrum on the 22. Grant says, Greedy Vince Tuka is playing God level rugby at the moment. Like, he just bails us out so often. Reset, we'll take that. 30 seconds and we have beaten Edinburgh. This is unreal. I mean, it's so sad, isn't it? That there are not more fans there. Because this last 4 weeks have been phenomenal. Wait for it. Phenomenal. It really has been fantastic to watch. It's also been very fun to be back here, guys. Thanks for joining me. Far from our biggest watch-alongs, but we're going to try and build out the momentum once again. But to have the regulars back in here, to be chatting rugby again, it feels good. I've missed it. And I think, with our new system and stuff, I hope you guys like the new system. Big point. And Frankie Hall, I mean, that is huge. 4 in a row. 4 in a row. The Lions have beaten Edinburgh 15 points to 9 at Ellis Park. My boys. What a match. What an absolute thriller. Well, there it is, chaps. What a day. What a day. I'm going to go to Edinburgh and enjoy the Stormers game and watch a bit of footy as well. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of the weekend. There are no match tomorrow, so we won't be live. But yeah, let's do it all again. We'll have some shows during the week as well. Then we'll be live again next weekend. So we're gonna have a good time. But yeah, last couple of comments. Mr. O says, how old is he? I think he's 24. Or is he 24 this year? He is 24 this year. 24 this year in September. So he's 23 years old at the moment. Dylan says Sharks just had one bad game with last week, and Edinburgh had a gold game against Sharks. Lions were showing Edinburgh their place. Lions really playing great. Just think how good Vincent Tuka would be if he played in a good team. Silence. The new system great. Thank you very much. Lions still win URC if they get bonus point wins in their next games. That's probably a bit of a stretch. Enjoy the bright. Thank you very much. Thanks, guys. Have a fantastic weekend. We'll see you guys all next time. Please do smash a like on the video. Please do subscribe on your way out, as we're desperately trying to get to 11,000 subscribers because we've been stuck around the 10,000 mark for months and months and months and months and months. So please do subscribe, and we'll see you guys next week.